Leroy, I'm Leroy Truth. Oh, why are you walking away? Yeah. She just walked, she asked who I am, and then she just started walking. Ma'am, why did you walk away? I protect children from predators. Don't you? Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to the live stream here. And welcome everybody to the live stream here. We are live streaming in Weehawken, New Jersey. And this is a No Kings rally. And welcome as people are gathering here to the live stream. I am Leroy Truth Investigations, along with my very special friend and colleague and fellow journalist, Garden State Accountability, because he holds the Garden State corrupt politicians accountable. And welcome everybody. We are live at No Kings Rally here in Weehawken, New Jersey, right across the water from Union City, New Jersey. And a woman just came up to me a minute ago and she asked who I am. And as soon as I said I'm Leroy Truth, she ran away like a bat out of hell. And it's like, I protect children from predators, and she runs away. Jeffrey Epstein Island is here, ladies and gentlemen, in Hudson County. And it's headed by Mayor of Union City, Brian Stack, the #1 protector of predators in the entire state of New Jersey. And I have a list of 40 names people have given me of Union City teachers who allegedly assaulted Union City students, and Mayor Brian Stack and the entire Board of Education and the Superintendent Sylvia Bato refused to do a press conference and address anything. So here, let me show you where we're at. It's absolutely beautiful here. All right, I want to thank Vinny for bringing the sound system too. He's got this. Got my sign. Someone's taking a picture of my sign. I got a great sign there.
I'm gonna take a picture of it.
It's mine. Take a picture of it, and it's real.
It's real.
Yep. I'm Leroy Truth, and of the YouTube and Facebook channel Leroy Truth Investigations, and I have been investigating and exposing allegations of corruption. Hundreds of people have contacted me. Pay-to-play, extortion, bribery, assault, and right now he is protecting 40 teachers. I received names of 40 teachers in Union City schools who have allegedly assaulted students, and he's protecting them. He will not suspend the teachers.
Brian Stack?
Brian Stack, extremely corrupt. He has had over 31 criminal charges put against me since I started investigating him. I've been attacked dozens of times on his orders by his campaign workers. And so, all right, I'm Leroy Truth. Check out, and we're live right now on YouTube as well. All right, God bless you both. All right, so I got lots in my hand here. So welcome everyone, I'm glad you joined us here. Please smash that like button, smash. This is an incredibly beautiful area here. Oh my God, it is magical. Look at this, it's New York City right there. I think that's the Chrysler building in the distance. It's a beautiful sunny day. And let's see what's going on here. And interview a few people. And we got some special signs here too, ladies and gentlemen. Check out the sign if you can read this. I'm not sure if you can read this. Am I far enough away? It's kind of windy. I gotta make sure I don't get too far away from my camera. Oh, excellent. And here as well. See if you can see that, Vinny. And just had these signs made up a few minutes ago, and they came out incredibly great. This is No Kings, and of course you have the biggest king dictator in the United States of America in Hudson County, New Jersey, which is Mayor and Senator Brian Stack of Union City, New Jersey, literally protecting over 40 alleged predator teachers and administrators of Union City, New Jersey schools right now, who have received the names and allegations that they have assaulted children, or for administrators, at least 2 superintendents protected the alleged predators. It's crazy. All right, so let's interview a few people, see what's going on. And thank you, and I want to thank Journalistic so much for coming out here, for being my cameraman. Oh, they got a good musician here. Here you go. And she said, beautiful. This is the ultimate king right here in Hudson County. Mayor Senator Brian Stack, who has I received thousands and thousands of allegations of corruption against Brian Stack. And also, there are 40 teachers in Union City schools who have been alleged to assault students, and Mayor Brian Stack won't suspend these teachers. And these children are in danger. So Union City schools, the biggest predator crisis in the history of New Jersey right now is in Union City, New Jersey schools. I've received the names of over 40 teachers and administrators who have allegedly assaulted Union City children. Well, this is the biggest local dictator. No kings in the United States, especially in Union City and Hudson County. Mayor Brian Stack. He has had me falsely charged with over 31 criminal charges to try to stop me from exposing his corruption and from protecting these Union City children. So God bless you all for coming out today. But this is your local king right here, who needs to be arrested by the FBI, taken out of office, and held accountable. And right now they're teaching you now. And Mayor Stack refuses to suspend them. And I've got 40 names of teachers in Union City schools. So I'm here to protect the children. I'm Leroy Truth of Leroy Truth Investigations. Live on YouTube right now. And check out on Facebook, I have all the information about these allegations. Leroy Truth on Facebook. So God bless you all. Maybe. I want to thank Vinny so much for bringing the sound system and for...
Tell me what it is that Brian Stack has done that you're unhappy with.
Oh, so I have no... and asked by hundreds and hundreds of Union City residents and Union City police officers and folks. A little too, I need to keep that rolling there. And I have received thousands of allegations against him, including pay to play, extortion, bribery, assault. I have to speak in codes as we're on YouTube.
Yes,
Assault, cover up, retaliating against women who have come forward about the assault. And most recently, there has been a culture in Union City schools for over 50 years where teachers have been openly dating Union City students, underage students, and assaulting them, threatening them if they say they're going to tell on them. And right now, there's a new lawsuit that just came out 2 weeks ago, and I have a list of 40 names of teachers. And Stack has had me arrested to try to stop me from continuing to expose this. And I'm also an assault survivor, having been assaulted by a Catholic priest for 4 years, starting at the age of 7 when I was an altar boy.
Why would Brian Stack try and hide this?
That's a great question. Something maybe you can ask him.
Well, next time I talk to him, I will ask him about this because I've never, although I know he's been the mayor for a long time.
Over 26 years.
Yeah, but I've never had any issues with Ward, and I have over 20 years of experience as a public school teacher. So thank you for, exposing this, but I hope that you'll do it honestly and openly, and it's a little bit problematic when nobody wants to say anything. There are allegations like this. They are very serious allegations.
We're talking Jeffrey Epstein Island level allegations, and when you say no one wants to say anything, and I really appreciate you spending some time with me, I have had 3 victims come on camera so far, and they have told their stories, because not only has, say, one particular teacher who has allegedly been assaulting children for over 30 years, his name is Edmund Marinez, assistant principal, and he's still teaching, and he's still assistant principal, and he's been accused of not only assaulting students, he even married one of them and was allegedly having relations since she was 13 years old. Then he married her when she turned 18. And also he's accused of RAP as well, and that no one's stopping him. And also he's accused of exposing his genitalia to all of the football players in huddles for decades. And I have the victims on my Facebook page who will ask, and they'll say, they would, as young as 7 years old, he would gather all the students when he was a football player in the huddles. And he would ask the kids, hey, who wants to see my ... And he would take his ... out.
Don't you think nobody went home and said to their mom and dad, God, look, the coach did something really crazy today? I mean, kids, especially that young, they're innocent and they don't know that there's, it's just something they're going to talk to people about. This allegations seem far-fetched to me.
But they are incredibly credible. And you're asking some really good questions. I appreciate that. But you don't understand the dynamics of grooming.
Okay.
Why are you afraid of the truth, man? I'm here to protect children from predators.
She can't handle the truth.
God bless you, sir. God bless you. He said he can't handle the truth. Is the camera on us? And so, right. But mix of grooming, that's something that, and I'm not faulting you, but you don't understand that. And when you have dozens and dozens and dozens of adults giving me the same story. Now, again, I'm not saying any of this is true. I don't make allegations, I only report on them. But dozens and dozens and dozens saying the same thing from 7 years old to 17 years old over decades. And another example.
And so why are the police not getting involved? These are obviously police issues.
Mayor Brian Stack. It is corrupt all the way to the Hudson County prosecutor.
Okay.
And I went to the.
Thanks for informing me of that, and I look forward to hearing more as this gets exposed.
Well, I just exposed it. And are you like extremely alarmed? And what were you willing to do to protect the children from these huge allegations I've got?
I don't really like this kind of question because now you're putting me on the spot, and I know
Yes,
nothing.
I am.
I know nothing about this. All I can tell you is my experience with Brian Stack has always been fine. My experience when I substituted in the Union City High School was fine, and I've never heard any kind of rumors of any problems. So that's why I'd be very interested to learn more. But putting up a straw man, like, oh, if you don't believe me, then you must not want to protect children, which is kind of the implication. And so I don't.
Well, you're being on the
there.
defensive side, like you're assuming this is not true in our entire conversation.
You're assuming that if I'm at all skeptical, it seems to me you're assuming if I'm skeptical, then I don't want to protect children. Because what were you saying? What am I willing to do to protect children? Well, obviously.
That's a very, very powerful and good question.
Of course. And what kind of person do you think I am?
One who I hope will come once you learn more to come aboard and help to protect the children with me.
Well, I really look forward to hearing more about your investigations. Thanks very much.
All right. So last thing is go to my Facebook page. You will see the first video in my Facebook page's pin. It shows incontrovertible proof that Union City administration protects sexual predators. There's an undercover video that we have that they caught this teacher, the first video, protecting a teacher who had sex with a student. So that's incontrovertible proof.
They take it to the police.
No, I already have. They're all corrupt.
Good.
All right. You see, she's the entire time. Now, I understand she doesn't know the story from Adam before she's talking with me, but her entire fundamental attitude is it's not true. Well, since I never saw anything like that she's insinuating it's not true. And this pisses me off so freaking much. And this is why, for decades, children have been attacked by predator teachers in Union City schools and protected by Senator and Mayor Brian Stack and the various school boards and the various superintendents and the various principals. Here, I'm going to turn this so I can see your chats here. I couldn't see your chats before here. No, what you're talking about, no easy cowboy. And imagine these are your children that go to these schools, and it is blatantly being covered up. And I have incontrovertible proof through an undercover video that James O'Keefe did with Project Veritas when he sent an undercover person into Union City schools. Nothing to do with predator teachers. It was to do with what would happen if a teacher defended themselves against a student physically. And that's what the undercover person went into Union City schools. And if you go to my Facebook, everybody, please go to my Facebook after my broadcast here, Leroy Truth. It's the pinned video. You will see that undercover video where the head of the teachers union, Kathleen Valencia, she's the president of the teachers union at the time, and she's not now, but she's a teacher now. But literally, she was caught undercover cameras thanks to James O'Keefe, whose new channel is OMG. and for O'Keefe Media Group. You got to subscribe to his channel, OMG. And this teacher and union president, Kathleen Valencia, bizarrely, out of the blue, unbidden, offered this stranger, this woman that was there asking about this other thing, hey, and she starts whispering. And you will see it in my video, incontrovertible proof. And she's whispering because she knows it's wrong. She says, hey, see this file? This file is about a teacher who had S with a student. And are they going to go to jail? She said. No. You know why? Because the child is not pressing charges. And there's no proof. There's no proof. And she said, I'm going to determine if he gets to keep his pension. Is that sick or what? That's on the undercover teacher who had a student? No. Was she fired? No. Did she lose her pension? No. She's still teaching in Union City schools right now. Come Monday, she's going to go and strut into the schools. Hey, I covered up for an S-predator teacher, and nothing happens to me because we're a Jeffrey Epstein culture in Union City schools. Proof. This is not, you don't have to believe someone. Video proof, incontrovertible video proof that Union City administrators cover up for alleged S-predator teachers. And that was not an alleged. He did it. And the name was Daniel Palatino. Now listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, because this is crazy. First, there was a teacher who, not in Union City schools, other place in New Jersey, Wall Township, maybe an hour from Union City. She got arrested for having S with 2 students. And when the student became an adult, they pressed charges. And she just got her sentence yesterday. She is going to prison for 10 years for having S with 2 students. Edmund Marinez, the assistant principal of Union City Schools, he allegedly has, according to different allegations, has possibly had S with as many as hundreds of Union City students. And he is still. Facebook video you will see. Go to my Facebook. It's the first pinned video. Jonathan Almeida, alleged victim, graduated 2003, Union City Schools. And he says Edwin Marinez used to whip his ... out with the entire football team. And I have people alleging that for decades. And he's still teaching. He has not been arrested. It's because the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office is allegedly in cahoots with dirty, corrupt Mayor Senator Brian Stack to cover up and protect these S-predators. I've got the names of 40 teachers who allegedly had S with students, or principals. There's a principal, Robert Fazio. He was a principal at the time, and he's accused in this brand new lawsuit brought by the initials GR of covering up for a teacher, Francisco Lindo, who did, yes, have S with some students. So this is Jeffrey Epstein Island. And I've had over 31 false criminal charges placed against me, including a felony, which Mayor and Senator Brian Stack is doing everything possible to try to stop me from protecting our, and when I say our, it's everyone's, all of our Union City children. It's our country's responsibility. Every adult, whether you live in Union City or not. I don't, I live in Connecticut, but they're still my children, my responsibility. If I know about it, then I need to do something about it. And what I recommend is if someone can find the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office phone number, and peacefully, I do not abide threats. Do not ever, ever, from any of the phone numbers that I put on here, ever threaten violence. Do it peacefully, professionally. You can do it, absolutely do it passionately, however you want to express yourself, but it has to be peaceful. I will condemn anyone who does anything with any type of violence or threats. That's not how we are going to help the children. We got to, work with the full extent of the law, but they need a huge amount of peaceful public pressure to do the right thing, because the Hudson County, New Jersey Prosecutor's Office is doing nothing. They have refused to make a public statement about these huge allegations. 40 teachers in one school district. And they're silent. They should be doing a press conference, a live press conference, asking other victims to come forward. You know that I met with them, and they had two of the victims went to see them. And when I asked them to contact their teammates who were football teammates with them, I was told, oh, they don't have time. That's your freaking job. GRPE. Student S assault. So Hudson County Prosecutor's Office, please put the number, mods, in many, many times, and just keep putting it in the whole time we're here. 201-795-6400, peacefully only. Peacefully only, but just share. Do you think they should do a public statement? Because that's what I'm asking for now. They need to do a public press conference with me and ask other victims to come forward to them. And Mayor Senator Brian Stack, FBI has to arrest him so fast he doesn't know what hit him. So this is sick. Well, let's do some interviews now, Vinny. And what words do you have, Vinny? Of wisdom.
I mean, I don't really have any words of wisdom today, but figuring it's a nice day out. It's not too cold. We got a nice city skyline behind us. Yeah, let's see what we can find today.
Yep. And I got another mic here. And we're going to the next rally. There's another rally in Jersey City.
I heard there's one down the street.
And here, this woman.
Street.
Oh, there's one down the street?
That's what I heard.
And ma'am, why didn't you want to talk with me? You know,
No, please don't bother me. I don't want to talk to you.
and why? Give me a proof. Like, give me something.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm just standing. Yeah, get that out of my face, ma'am. Hey, you just hit me with the sign. You just hit me with that sign, lady.
Back off. See, quit acting
I
crazy.
have it on video.
Quit acting crazy. We don't want to talk.
So why do you resort for violence? We're at a peaceful protest, and you just resorted to violence, lady. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? We're at a peaceful protest, and you just resorted to violence.
Oh, shut up, man. Yapping your yap.
Say one thing that I've said that's not the truth. Well, give me an actual fact. All right, here's a woman. She supports violence. She apparently supports the assault of students. I mean, is that crazy, Vinny? What did you see? For anyone that may have not seen it on camera, what did you just see?
I have it on camera. I'll get you the footage.
But describe it.
She literally smacked your camera.
Actually, she hit my hand in the process too.
Well, she definitely smacked your camera.
Yeah.
At the same time.
I mean, for God's sakes, we're at a peaceful rally here, and then she says, "Oh, you're full of da da da." Well, give me an example. You know, give me an example. There's no example. People, you know, some of the Brian Stack supporters, like she's one of them, by the way. Yeah, 47 of you saw that too, Dave. That's right. We got some witnesses here. For God's sakes, they can't even be peaceful at a peaceful rally. United States of America protests. You know, I'm making no statement about this protest. I'm just here to cover it neutrally. My channel's neutral. I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat on the channel. I'm freedom. I'm Constitution. This is a constitutional channel. It transcends party lines. At least they could be as peaceful, for God's sakes. And Jenny, thank you. Keep putting that up there. And please smash the like button, everyone, if you haven't. Hudson County Prosecutor's Office, peacefully calling 201-795-6400. So,
I think this is wrapping up.
yeah, all right, let's go to the next place. Now, the big one is in Jersey City.
Okay.
Let's go to the big one. And see how much time is left. That one goes to 4 o'clock. Let's go to that one next. All right, and I want to thank Vinny so much for bringing the sound system and ladies and gentlemen, if anyone wants to learn about the incredibly extreme assault that is happening in Union City schools, there are 40
Thanks
teachers.
for the $1 super chat. Appreciate that.
I've been given the names of 40 Union City teachers who have alleged to have assaulted Union City students, and many of them are teaching right now, and Mayor and Senator Brian Stack refuses to suspend them, refuses to do a public statement. The Board of Education will do a public statement. Any other place in the entire country, if there's one single allegation against a teacher, they would be suspended. I have hundreds of allegations of assault against predators in Union City schools, and that Mayor Brian Stack is covering up. He has had me unlawfully charged with over 31 criminal charges. He had me set up with aggravated assault felony, I'm looking at 5 years in state prison for exposing this, which is on this right here. For exposing this, for exposing the alleged S-predator culture, decades-long culture, and crimes against children, I'm looking at 5 years in state prison with a false felony charge of aggravated assault against a police officer, which I didn't do because I was well, number one, I would never do that, and number two, I was live streaming when I was attacked by the police officer. He intentionally fell backwards. You can see that in the video on my YouTube and Facebook on Leroy Truth, and I am looking at 5 years in state prison if convicted for trying to protect children in Union City schools.
What's your name?
I'm Leroy Truth, and Leroy Truth Investigations on YouTube and on Facebook. On Facebook, I have extensive information, including interviews with alleged victims of S assault of teachers, including Ed Marinas, an assistant principal. I have incontrovertible proof that Union City teachers cover up for S-predator teachers. I have an undercover video that James O'Keefe did. It's on my pinned video on Facebook, and it shows an undercover journalist where a union president of the teachers union named Kathleen Valencia, she says that, she said, hey, and she's whispering, she has a file. This teacher had S with a student, and is he going to go to jail? She said, no, she's whispering. This is on the video, incontrovertible proof. She says, is he going to go to jail?
thanks for the
No,
$5.
because the student's not going to press charges, and there's no proof. And she said, I'm going to decide whether he keeps his pension or not. She was caught on camera. Did she lose her job? Did she get arrested for covering up? No. She's still teaching at Union City schools now. And Edmund Marinas, he's been accused of S-assaulting, allegedly, possibly hundreds of children over 30 years, and he's still assistant principal. And I'm not saying they're guilty or innocent, I just report allegations, I don't make them. Hundreds of allegations I've received. 40 teachers named. With a new lawsuit that just came out, there were 9 teachers named just 2 weeks ago. So I just want to protect the children. I'm Leroy Truth of Leroy Truth Investigations. Please find this entire story on my Facebook on Leroy Truth and then YouTube. So God bless you. Thank you. And who are you with?
I'm just independent journalist.
That's the best kind.
Yes, sir.
He's an independent journalist.
I've seen the work.
Oh, God bless you.
Relentless.
Thank you.
We're having a lot of issues in the city. And it's good that you do what you do.
Can you give him your name and contact info?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Or if you have a card. All right, we got an independent journalist, and that's the best kind. And he says they're having a lot of problems in Union City. And yeah. All right, so I definitely want to contact. And you have the phone number as well we can call?
Yeah, I don't, it's not my job. I don't do this whole
No, we just want to talk just off the record.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If you come over my way, I'm not recording. I can give you, because this is live right now.
Oh, sure. No problem.
Yeah, do it completely off. Good. And then we'll just talk off the record. I just want to find out how I can help you.
Well, it's mostly the people in Union City, Westonville, North Bergen, you know. There's a lot of issues with a lot of drug-related issues with the actual, just the community. Sometimes it's not being held together.
Wow. All right. Well, I want to help with that. So, yeah. If you give him your information, and then, yeah.
Just not the phone number. You want to give him your phone number?
Yeah. The phone. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to go to the next King's rally. See if we can get there in time. And thanks for joining us here. And independent journalists, I love him. Oh, we got to find out where that's going to be. And sir.
I'll contact you once I put up a video.
Where can I find the video you did and the work you did today?
Yes, it's Tri-State Journal.
Tri-State Journal.
Yeah.
Where?
It's YouTube.
YouTube. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, you just I cover events, rallies, political rallies and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't cover many events in Union City because I live in Union City, and I try not to get too involved in the political situations.
But they need someone like, and I need help with exposing the S predators, like big time.
Yeah, I don't particularly know exactly. I know that generally what's happened is my children went to most of the schools here, and
Oh, wow.
I've had many issues, with the teachers, the Board of Education. It's very difficult to communicate with
Yeah.
the department.
All right. Well, please go to my Facebook because you'll see the first video shows the proof, as I said, of the undercover work that James O'Keefe did, and then we'll talk off the record and see, maybe how we can work together.
I've seen your videos.
Oh, all right.
Amazing work.
I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, and I wanted to keep him off camera. And that gentleman is awesome. So we're going to talk off record. And he's had many, many issues with Union City teachers, he said, Union City schools, Union City. And it is literally, this is the biggest assault story since Jeffrey Epstein. And the mainstream media so far has refused to cover it, which is inexplicable. However, as that gentleman said, I know your work, and he said to me, you are relentless. And yes, I am. And how we are successful in anything, no matter what it is in life, is being relentless. Because the only time a person fails is when they give up. That's it. You may not be successful each and every time, or 10 times, or 100 times, or 1,000 times, but as long as you if it's 10,000 times you're not successful and you get back up on and give a call now. Jenny, thank you so much. Frank Pants, thank you so much. 201 Hudson County Prosecutor's Office. Please call them peacefully if you're inspired to do so. And this is all about protection of the children.
Jenny's my favorite mod.
What's that?
So Jenny's my favorite mod.
Yeah, Jenny, also Frank. Again, Frank Pants is here.
Great.
And thank you so much. You're on so many of my live streams. You support so many of my videos. And how is the sound on Dave's channel? Great to see you. Well, another great mod. And all my mods are great. That's why I've chosen them to be mods. And put a 1 if the sound is good. Put a 2 if the picture is good. And put a 3 if the picture, the sound, and the picture and sound are good. And this is beautiful behind me, New York City. Is this incredible? All right, sound good? All right. So we're gonna head over to Jersey City now to another No Kings rally. And so here, I got hit with a sign today. And so we're gonna continue rocking and rolling here. So a little lagging, but pick and sound is good, okay. All right, and I'm gonna stay live as we're go to the car here. It's a cold day, it's probably about 40 degrees. And I appreciate everyone who has joined me here. And please share this on your social media. And Jersey City is probably a very big rally, way, way bigger than this one here. And Vinny has been so, so helpful. He's my cameraman today, brought his speaker today. I got my sign in the car. All right, so I'm gonna reconfigure here. Hold on, I gotta reconfigure everything. Here, did that.
Going live with us in the car?
Yeah, let's stay alive. Now it's cold outside, man, God. I have to warm up a little bit. All right, so next. Okay, I just took my microphone off for a minute, and hopefully it'll work again, because I need to charge my battery. So let's see, put this here. All right, let's again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. And let me know if the sound is good. Because I unplugged my mic and plugged it back in so I could put power in this. Configure everything here. Get this in the car. Get my tripod folded up a bit. And we're gonna head over to Jersey City. And driving and for being overall awesome. And sorry for the earthquake of video you're seeing here. Stay tuned here. Okay, I got something in the back of my. Yeah. Okay.
So where's the next place?
All right, next place we're going to. I'm gonna have to hold that in a minute, but here, hold on. It's a little unwieldy. All right, next place we're going is Jersey City, And let's see. And
Taking Leroy for a ride. Yeah, man. Frank Pants.
yeah. And we're cruising for all the right reasons. I thought I put that in there. Let's see, where was the Jersey City one? Did I send that to you directly? It's not. Yeah, I thought I sent it. I'm looking in our. So we're looking for the address for the Jersey City now, but it's not in the direct one. I thought it was in the Tyrian response team chat. And I only see the Weehawken one in there. Here, I think I have it saved here in my phone. So Jersey City, here we go. It is in Berry Lane Park. Berry Lane Park. Berry Lane Park. Berry. Yeah, probably be about 25 minutes to get there, maybe. 27 minutes. So yes, stay with us. You can cruise with us here, and yeah, let me check the sound. If the sound is good here, I'm going to check it on my phone as well. Oh, I see there isn't a good cell signal here. I didn't realize. We only have one bar.
One bar?
Yeah.
Yep. I might be able to do something better for you.
I was going to say, yeah. Oh, Vinny he's got everything. He's going to mount my camera so that I'm not holding it, and oh, that's going to be so much better. Vinny has all the good stuff. He has all the tools of the trade. And please subscribe to Garden State Accountability. He's one of the most dedicated people to this work ever. And how long did it take you to drive up here today?
Like 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours today. Craziness.
Work, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this is awesome. Our hands are free. A nice lady was just waving goodbye. And that teacher is, and this is something I'm surprised at, ladies and gentlemen, and this is why so many S-predators get away with S-predating, and for a brand new word, for S-predating. It's a Leroy Truth coined word. It's because, I'm glad they can see you too, Vinny, this is awesome. And why so many S-predators get away with it is because attitudes like that woman who was substitute teaching for many years, she said, in Union City schools. And one, just because she didn't see anything or experience anything herself, she has this, the whole fundamental attitude was that it's not true. And that's what victims of S assault are dealing with constantly. I dealt with that when I first told my parents, when things first started happening, and I told them about it. I said, I don't like it. And it started with the priest used to kiss me, do make-out sessions right before the service, right before the mass, in the place where the altar boys we would put our vestments on. And that's what started, and it escalated to way more than that. And in the beginning, when he first started kissing me, like this, disgusting, I told my parents that Father George kisses me and I don't like it. And Father said, oh, that's just an old Dutch custom. Or I think he said, oh, that's probably just an old Dutch custom. And are we live? It says we're frozen. Is it back, Vinny? Is it back, Aria? Is it back, Vinny? Is it back, Aria? Yep, it's back. How about now? It should be good now.
She'll be back.
All right, we're back. Excellent. All right, and so hopefully more people will join us again. Okay, Aria says we're back too. Thanks, Aria. Thanks, Jenny. And so that's the reason why so many S-predators get away with it, is because of the attitudes of that so-called substitute teacher. And yeah, she talked to me for a bit, but the entire time she's assuming it's not true. And I don't blame anyone for asking questions. However, keep an open mind. Whatever happens to the Me Too movement, and I can just about guarantee you she is a very woke person. Very woke. And with that, there's the whole Me Too movement. So whatever happened to believe all women, and what about children? Are dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of graduates lying and telling the same stories about the various teachers, like the allegations against assistant principal of Union City Schools, Edwin Marinez? against Union City teacher and former lacrosse coach Craig LaPierre. And I want to make clear these are only allegations. I'm making no statements of fact. Every man and woman is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. That's extremely important. I'm making no statements of fact here. I don't make allegations, I simply report them. Because these allegations are of extreme interest to the community. Not just of Union City, but to Hudson County, New Jersey, state of New Jersey, and all over America. Because if S predators are getting away with it in droves and for decades, and I want to see how I can help to paint a clear picture of what an extreme crisis Union City, New Jersey schools is in right now. With all of these teachers still being accused, man, the roads are terrible. I'm like, if you hear my voice going, the roads, the amount of potholes in Hudson County is disgusting. See, they spend all this money protecting S-predator teachers and no money on fixing the roads. I mean, you got potholes that'll swallow Vinny's car, now until Tuesday.
Doesn't help that my car's lowered, and there's a cop behind us right now, so I'm actually wondering if we're going to get pulled over.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, a lot of the Weehawken, we were in Weehawken, New Jersey. A lot of the Weehawken police are really, really good, and they're huge supporters of my work, and they protect our First Amendment rights. So a lot of good Weehawken, New Jersey police. So if any Weehawken police are watching this, shout out to all the good ones, which are most of them. Everyone, I believe everyone I've had contact with in Weehawken has protected my First Amendment rights and done it respectfully, not with attitude. And that's important. And as I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to inspire police officers to do more of the good thing, you celebrate it when they do. You don't just simply say, well, they're doing their job, of course. Imagine you're at work and you're never celebrated when when you're doing a good job at your job. Well, of course, you're hired to do a good job at your job. So why would you expect celebration or praise? But doesn't it feel good when you get it? So that's the same. We will always call out the actions of police officers who violate our rights, and we will always celebrate those the police officers who protect our rights. And here I got something from Jose Garrido on the Leroy Truth Batmobile line here.
You want to charge your phone?
Oh yeah, you have a. Oh, yeah, I got to put the charger in, but here I got something. Oh, let's see. Happen. Okay, what is this? I just got something on the Leroy Truth Bat line here. And it's about a lawsuit. Okay. Okay, it's a dismissal order for a lawsuit. Following was filed. Looks like a lawsuit. I'll tell you more about it. And a lawsuit that was done against me maliciously and wrongfully. Looks like it is being dismissed. So great news. You see it right here on Leroy Truth and Garden State Accountability Live. Subscribe to Garden State Accountability, GSA, as well as GGA. There's GSA, GGA, AFA, LTI. A whole bunch of acronyms. So they're going to dismiss this lawsuit, looks like. Excuse me. And I'll tell you exactly what the lawsuit was once it is actually dismissed. And I wish I could share with each of you this protein snickerdoodle right now. It's backwards. The writing's backwards, but snickerdoodle. They're pretty good. Oh, what does Vinny have?
Gummy worms.
Oh, he has Albanian gummy worms. He has gummy worms we think are from Albania, and he says they are the best in the world.
Best.
And the packaging says they're world famous. Maybe they're not, maybe they are. Oh, what's the ETA? 19 minutes away to Jersey City, no Kings Rally. Vinny, what were your thoughts about the teacher's attitude?
She was very hard. I don't know. She did give you a chance to listen, but after you were talking to her, she just didn't want to hear it anymore, and then she was being stern.
And very skeptical. I mean, she was skeptical. And I understand, ask questions. You don't have to say, okay, I talked with you for 5 minutes. Yes, this is all true. I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying these are allegations. Every man and woman is innocent until proven guilty. But don't you think with 40 teachers named, you think it may be true, and out of abundance of caution, you would make sure all those teachers are suspended? And as a woman, and probably a very woke one, who supported the Me Too movement, apparently it doesn't apply to children. It only applies to women. And it should apply to everybody, women, men, and children. Yeah. And at the very least, you say, okay, there are allegations. I don't know if they're true or false, but everyone knows if someone's alleged to have assaulted a student, they get suspended. That's what you do in America because we're a civilized country. So at the very least, you would say, you know what, I don't know if they're innocent or guilty, but out of an abundance of caution, they should have been suspended, and you're telling me they're not? If that is true, Leroy, then I'm going to work with you, to make sure they're suspended. She didn't do that. She was skeptical. She had become very negative, and she became like hard rock silly Sally, hard rock silly Sally, skeptical Sally. Don't believe children first. Believe them after what? After more of the students get assaulted. It's reprehensible. They should have gone to. You can't see that. She was a stack bootlicker, yeah. Frank Pants. So many are, and my Facebook page is the amount of views are huge on it. I'm getting 45, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 100,000 views a day on my Facebook page. And this is my 7th reboot of my Facebook page because Brian Stack, mayor, continues to allegedly have it deleted. So I've been building this one up, and most of the people who watch my videos don't follow my page because they are afraid of retaliation, which is sick in America. However, fortunately, they're watching the videos. That's why I have a huge amount of views.
How many views did you say? You had a lot of views.
Yeah, I mean, the other day I had almost 100,000 views in one day on my Facebook post, and it's huge. And everyone is talking about the Union City, New Jersey, teacher predator crisis. And I've heard many parents are baffled that the mainstream media has not picked up on this, and they will. I've contacted ABC, NBC, CBS, WPIX 11, Fox 5, all in New York City, and some other local journalists contacted them as well. And so far, they won't touch the story.
Which I don't understand, right? Because you see allegations of sexual relations with students and teachers all the time, especially now with women, and you see them reporting on it all the time. But
right.
For whatever strange reason, which we know the strange reason is, it's because Brian Stack's telling them,
right,
like puppets, not to run the story.
Mayor Brian Stack has been allegedly telling them, or through his attorneys, or whatever his machinations. Because did you know, by the way, ex-Senator Bob Menendez, who used to be a United States senator, but ended up going to federal prison, being found guilty on all 16 counts of felonies, including being a foreign agent. I think that's being a spy. And he was sentenced to 11 years in federal prison. Well, guess who one of Mayor Brian Stack's mentors was? Bob Menendez, Senator Bob Menendez. Guess where Senator Bob Menendez used to work? He used to be the Union City mayor.
Oh, really?
Yep. And guess where one of his daughters works? She's a weekend anchor on MSNBC. And he even admitted, allegedly, that she's one of his assets. The book just came out about Bob, they called him Gold Bar Bob. And this book just came out. Someone was reading some passages and sent some passages to me. And he allegedly admitted, this is ex-Senator Bob Menendez, one of Mayor Brian Stack's best friends, now serving 11 years in federal prison. And he admitted, allegedly, that his daughter, one of his daughters, who works as an MSNBC anchor, is one of his assets. And so some allege that she maybe has talked to all of the New York City media outlets, because you need literally 4 miles approximately from New York City. You take the Lincoln Tunnel, boom, you're in Manhattan. It's that close. So all those New York City media outlets cover the, Union City and Hudson County, which is the county that Union City is in.
Gold Bar, Gold Bricker Bob.
Gold Bar, Bricker Bob, and then we got Silent Bob. We have Silent Stack. Stay silent on extreme S assault allegations, and we're talking mass S assaults. We're not talking one teacher, which is most of the New York City outlets. They'll talk about one teacher, which they should, who has allegedly engaged with and had S with one single student. We're talking mass number of teachers here, and allegedly hundreds and hundreds of students. There's one female teacher, and I'm not naming her yet, but she has been, and she's still teaching right now, for approximately 30 years. She's alleged to be having S with football player students for decades, and allegedly she had or has special football lockers that were installed in her classroom, and they would get these lockers. How convenient. And then if they were late for class or so forth, I was told, numerous students who were there at this time, they said, oh, she would just let them do whatever they wanted. They got special privileges, allegedly. All right, so we're 10 minutes away from Jersey City. And so let's see what this scene is like. And people are very interested in the story until they hear it's Brian Stack. And number one is they are terrified against him, or they're the blind puppet slave supporters who think that two things can't be true at the same time. Like Mayor Brian Stack bribes the residents of Union City with turkeys every November. He's been doing this for decades. Well, it gives them a free $20 turkey, and they will do whatever he tells them to do. And the worst thing is he gives them jobs in exchange for being his campaign workers. That's so freaking illegal. He gets $240 million from the state of New Jersey for the Board of Education. The Board of Education is broke.
If the Board of Education members don't campaign for Stack, they get retaliated against by losing their jobs or their positions.
Yep.
That's what I heard.
Yep. Numerous people have come forth recently and alleged that number one, if someone wants a job in Union City, they don't have to be qualified. They have to go to Mayor Brian Stack's office in City Hall personally and have to promise, and it's 90% of the time through a translator because most of the people do not speak English and they never learn it. And no judgment, I'm just describing the facts. They never learn it because Union City is this capsule, this little mini Epstein Island. And then Mayor Stack gives them jobs, mostly in the Board of Education, as security guards, as flag people on the roads. Most do not speak English, which could be a challenge if there's an emergency and they're given instructions. And there's people who have been alleged of felonies and all kinds of crimes, and he either hires them anyway, or he, even after they're arrested for S crimes, he doesn't have them fired. And by the way, why do I keep saying he doesn't have them fired when there's a Board of Education? Well, Union City is one of the rare cities in the entire state of New Jersey where the board is not elected. The board.
Another microphone, right?
Yeah, I hope so.
No, this one.
Yeah, it's right here. And so Union City is one of the very rare cities in the state of New Jersey that doesn't elect their Board of Education. Then it would be more independent, not necessarily independent, but more independent, ideally. Every single person who Mayor Brian Stack appoints to the Board of Education is his puppet and slave. And they do whatever he tells them, period. The superintendent of schools, whatever he says, goes, allegedly. And that's why these teachers are not suspended. It is his call. If he said suspend all of those teachers who are still working in Union City schools right now, who have the allegations against them without admitting innocence, without admitting guilt, because you shouldn't until you go to court, but they need to be suspended, they would be suspended today. It's corrupt Mayor Brian Stack's call. So we are on the way to the next No Kings rally, which is supposed to be peaceful protest. And a woman, she whacked my hand with the sign, and then I guess hit the camera too.
Hit the camera.
No, but yeah, whacked my hand with it. Like, what are you doing?
It looked intentional. She says it was a mistake or an accident, but definitely looked intentional.
Right, and that's what they do. And it's like, someone punches a person and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was an accident." Doesn't mean it was an accident. It means they're lying about their intention. Vinny was a witness, and all the other people here were witnesses. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine if if I was in your community, you were at a public event, outdoor public event, and you simply heard these allegations. Would you immediately dismiss them as, oh, the children are probably lying? I don't think so. I think you would be alarmed and you would ask to find out more. You would perhaps ask, what can I do to help? She was assuming that the entire allegations were not true. Just be open-minded. And especially with children, you would err on the side of caution, err on the side of they are true. And we're not talking one teacher, one student. We're talking scores of teachers, an army of S-predator teachers in Union City schools accused of these heinous crimes, and allegedly hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of children as assaulted over decades. This sounds like what I was deferred in 2002 and shared the story publicly. I did it initially anonymously, but publicly, and eventually came forward publicly with my name. And it looked like that one priest allegedly has assaulted hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of children over the course of over 25 years. That's one priest. How many children do you think were assaulted by 40 teachers named? I'm told there's a lot more than 40 teachers. And they've been protected for decades, for the last 26 years, by Mayor Senator Brian Stack. Because he's been mayor and senator he's been mayor of Union City, New Jersey for over 26 years. He's got to be arrested by the FBI, Board of Education. They got to be arrested. The superintendent of the schools, Sylvia Abado, she's got to be arrested. They're covering up. They refuse to do a public statement. And it's not that these things just started happening. And I want to give credit to John Hines of HudsonCountyView.com. Check his website out, HudsonCountyView.com. He's not only a local reporter, he owns Hudson County View. And he's the one who found the newest lawsuit about 2 weeks ago. And it was explosive what this lawsuit described. Because I had heard other teachers' names, but my reporting focused on Union City Assistant Principal Edwin Marinez, 2 minutes away now, ladies and gentlemen. And then Edwin Marinez was named in this lawsuit as an assistant principal who didn't stop the assault against this student, and as assistant principal who was making moves on the student himself, according to the lawsuit, allegedly. And then the lawsuit also says that while the student was being assaulted in a classroom in Union City schools, other teachers were watching. No one else reported on that. John Hines, he found the lawsuit. God bless him. He did a search on the docket. He found it. And then I've been reporting on it relentlessly ever since. And I have had dozens and dozens and dozens of graduates and parents reach out to me, sharing their stories. I got another story yesterday, a number of them yesterday, about Ed Marinez, new allegations. I mean, it just goes on and on.
These roads are terrible.
What's that?
The roads are terrible.
Oh, yeah. I mean, these roads are like living in a third world country. Jersey City, Weehawken, Union City. It is. I mean, it's insane. I think nothing against Guatemala, but I'm guessing the roads aren't good. Maybe Mexico. They're probably 1,000 times better.
You see the freaking camera. It just shakes every single time. It's like a freaking earthquake every time.
It's crazy. Oh, my God. And we only went a few miles, but the traffic is, and the lights, there's so much here. It takes you like 30 minutes to go 4 miles. All right, so we're 1 minute away, 0.4 mile away. And by the way, I wasn't live yet, but we were asking for parking with one of the Weehawken police officers, and he recognized me. Wow, another bad pothole. And they're very helpful. He was, giving us suggestions where to park. So shout out to the Weehawken police. They protected our rights today, big time, in the Weehawken Park there. Did not try to stop us. My God.
I'm telling
It's like a San Francisco earthquake in here, ladies and gentlemen. Except San Francisco earthquake would be more peaceful.
you. The exposure report. What's going on, brother?
Hey, David Snow. Welcome and brotherly love. I'm not sure why we don't have more people in this live. And I don't know if it's been shadow banned. All right, we just find a parking place. Oh, we got some people there. Okay, got a parking place there.
Maybe.
Okay, keep going, cars. Keep going, cars. Oh, do we got no fire hydrant?
It's a spot.
Rockstar parking again. Vinny is like a god of Rockstar parking fines. He's a magician. No, he's a wizard, like from Harry Potter. Hey, Eddie, you're a wizard. In Garden State, you're going to be called Garden State Parking Accountability. He's a parking wizard.
Oh, look.
What?
There.
Oh, nice size alley there. Okay. I want to interview some people too, and, find out what they're here. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, they're focused on, who they say is a national king. But what about think nationally, act locally? They've literally got a king protecting an S predator teacher ring in Union City schools. I mean, when you hear 40 teachers' names.
We're going to get out.
Okay, I'm going to get out too. How do we get my... All right, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Got to get my hat because it's cold as hell here. It was like 70 degrees yesterday. Yes. So here we're at the rally here. So let's rock and roll here. Okay, stay with me as I get my equipment out. All right. And one thing, we've seen people go by, they're all friendly because they don't know that we're trying to protect children from alleged as predators. And when they hear about Brian Stack, they get all negative. It's like, oh, Brian's a god. He's not a god. He's a criminal. We'll say an alleged criminal. Okay, my microphone just fell here. There's a lot of windy side too, so. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna take you off here. Take you off. Keep rolling. Rolling. Okay, whoopsie. I just hit some buttons here. Hope I didn't mess anything up. Okay. Yeah, very windy here. And let's see, I got some battery. I think I have enough battery. So I'm gonna take that out of there. Plug my battery into here. It's super windy. I do have windscreens on my mics. Hopefully they are going to work well. Okay, plugging the battery in now. Okay, plugging the battery in here. I'll turn this around and get a kind of a lay of the land here. Welcome to Jersey City, New Jersey, everybody. Jersey City, New Jersey. And let's see. Yeah.
Are you able to use my mic and then I can magnetize both of the things there so we can get everything? What I'm talking about?
Not sure how the sound will be. We can test it.
Test.
I want the flexibility because sometimes I'm going to want to use
You have
the
the
mic.
other one.
Yeah, I'm going to get that out of the car. We'll play it by ear, but sometimes I like to use the mic. Your mic is sometimes not. I want to make sure it's strategic. Okay. Let's see. No. Let's see how many. We have 15% left on that battery. I think we have enough time left. Let's see. We're back here. I've got plenty. Hey, thank you, Jenny, for sharing. And Scalzo, if you're around, Scalzo, join us. Okay. Oh, you know what? I got to put this on my Facebook, the live. I didn't put it in the live yet. So, hold on. I'm going to put this in the live. My Facebook here. And welcome, everyone. We're going to go head over to the rally. And I'm going to share this. Copy link. Okay. Put this here. Leroy Truth is live now at the No Kings rally in Jersey City, New Jersey, along with his colleague and fellow journalist, Garden State Accountability, exclamation point. Okay, paste this in here. Please go to my Facebook too, ladies and gentlemen. Follow me on Facebook. And we're almost ready here. paste the live. Okay, live now. Okay, live. Oh, we need a sign, that's right. Yeah, the sign got some good attention there. Okay. All right. Here, we're going to head over there now. Okay, we're going to get the sign. And we're going to get this microphone. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for your patience as we get everything together here. Another bite of my protein cookie. And we got the sign. I'm not sure if that mic is going to give like feedback or echo. All right, let's head over, Vinny. All right, the sign. Yep, I got yours. You locked the car? All right, let's head over. Looks like it just got done. Here, we can set up here, Vinny. Are the people still there? There's still some people there. We'll get closer to the scene. And if you just joined us, we're at the No Kings rally here in Jersey City. We are a politically neutral channel. We are a constitutional channel, not a Republican or Democratic one. And there aren't a lot of people here, actually. Hi, ma'am. How was the rally, and what inspired you to come here today? You'd rather not say? You made your way to the rally? What about you, ma'am?
The rally was similar to other rallies in the past for these causes, and frankly, it's a numbers game. The number of places that hold rallies and the number of people who show up, those combinations is how we show the people in, I guess we could say in power, but maybe the people who are harming us more than helping us, to show them that they're wrong.
Can you give some examples to everyone? Like, what are some of the ways that you came to protest that you feel that people are being harmed?
I don't think people are being harmed in the protests. Let me be clear. I think what's happening is the government is doing things either passively or openly to harm people directly.
Give me an example. That's important.
Sure. So not paying the TSA people, so harming their families and making them, setting them up for difficult situations where people are going to be harmed because of altercations, because you're just adding fuel to the fire. It doesn't help that we started a war we had no reason to start. John McCain said, you don't go to war because you want to, you go to war because you have to. That's not what happened here.
Good point.
Thank you.
And one last thing is, did you know, because people are talking against, a national king, but did you know there's an actual, as close to a king and a dictator in Hudson County here, that mayor of Union City, New Jersey, who's also Senator Brian Stack, is a king and a dictator?
Oh, I'm not familiar with that. I stick with Jersey City politics.
Can I enlighten you? Because there's 40 children who have been alleged to have been.
Going.
I
gotta get my ride.
Do you care about children? There's 40 teachers who have been accused of assaulting possibly hundreds and hundreds of children.
There's a woman that has a hoodie that says resist tyranny. That's one you should definitely ask.
Yeah, she's a kid.
I know.
Yeah.
No, she's not a kid. She's definitely older.
Yeah.
Look at her friends.
I don't want to interview kids. Here, let's set up our speaker like over there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, so we got.
You can play like a YouTube channel or something on it.
What's that?
You can play a YouTube channel.
No, I'm going to talk about what we're going to. Check 1 2. 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 Maybe it timed out. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Close.
Okay. In fact, can you hold this? But I already have my mic here. I think. Oh, where did my mic go? Uh-oh. Did I lose my other mic? Where did it have to go? Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Okay. My mic fell off my jacket here. Hold on. Stand by. Okay. Button my jacket up, and then I can hold my No Kings Mayor Dictator Stack sign. Okay. And let's see, get my press pass all. Hopefully you can hear me well. Okay. And Vinny, can you also man the camera?
Yeah.
To make sure it doesn't fall. Just keep it next to yours. Okay. And we're live? Okay, we're still live.
Still live.
All right. And welcome everyone to No Kings Day here in Jersey City, where we have a local king. Hudson County has a local king. Union City Mayor and Senator Brian Stack of Union City is an extremely corrupt mayor and senator. And not only is he corrupt, he has so many allegations of corruption, pay-to-play, extortion. This is Union City Mayor Brian Stack, that I have received allegations that there are 40 teachers in Union City schools who have been named to allegedly have assaulted students in Union City schools, and Union City Mayor Brian Stack and the Board of Education and Superintendent Sylvia Abato refuse to suspend the teachers alleged to have assaulted allegedly hundreds and hundreds of students in Union City schools, and they're teaching right now. And this other side of my sign, 40 teachers have been named so far, allegedly to have assaulted Union City students in Union City, New Jersey schools, and the mayor and the senator and the Board of Education and the superintendent of schools, Sylvia Abato, refuse to suspend these teachers. And this is insane what is going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Children are in danger in Union City, New Jersey schools. And this is Union City, New Jersey schools, and the children need to be protected. We have Union City Mayor and Senator Brian Stack, who is protecting the alleged predator teachers in Union City schools. When I am Leroy Truth of Leroy Truth Investigations, you can find me on Facebook and YouTube. And allegedly hundreds and hundreds of children have been assaulted by Union City teachers. And I have a list of at least 40 teachers who have allegedly assaulted Union City children, and Mayor Brian Stack and the Board of Education and the superintendent are refusing to suspend those teachers. And I'm here to bring awareness to that. You have a king literally right here in Hudson County in Union City, New Jersey. I'm going to take a walk over there, Vinny, and see what opinions they have.
Over there?
Yeah. All right, so we're going to go over here, ladies and gentlemen, and see what kind of opinions they have for...
Is that mic working?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Yeah. Hey, hello there. Hey, hello. Hey, hello, sir. You are a proud veteran. Can I ask you questions about that? There's an actual king in Hudson County in Union City named Senator and Mayor Brian Stack. You know who he is? Did you know that he has allegedly been protecting alleged predator teachers in Union City schools? I have 40 names of Union City teachers, both past and present, and many of them still teaching, and he refuses to suspend them, even though all these allegations have come forward. Yeah, is that crazy?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I appreciate your support.
Thank you.
Well, God bless you. What's your name?
Sam.
Sam. I'm Leroy Truth. Do you have Facebook or YouTube?
Yeah, my wife does. I did enough of it.
You don't get enough? Yeah.
Did enough of it.
Oh, I'm on YouTube and Facebook. Leroy Truth. In fact, I'll give you a card of mine. Here's a card, and I'm an independent investigative journalist, Leroy Truth.
Okay.
All right, God bless you. Thank you. want to get my microphone. I'm missing. Here, we're going to trade this for this. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to bring my microphone. Hopefully, you can hear better. These schools are nothing less than scam systems. Who's writing that? Is that Lenny? Lenny Malley. These schools are nothing less than scam systems. Governments forcing their education system on your children and not teaching them anything. Now, they teach about compliance and control. Oh yeah, good. And again, I want to thank Vinny. He's got one of the best cameras in the business. He's got a Sony camera that it's supernaturally exceptional in the quality. I've got my iPhone 16 Pro Max. I think it's a 16 or a 15. I think it's 15 Pro Max here. He's got a sound system, and we've got our signs here because people are focused on protesting about national king, in their protests. And again, I'm politically neutral here. I'm constitutional channel. But what about when you have a local king dictator who is protecting alleged S-predator teachers? 40 of them! 40 of them! This is mass S-predator ring here. And I was sharing earlier that the local, like New York City media, ABC, CBS, NBC, Channel 11, WPIX, and Fox 5, it's not Fox News, it's Fox 5, not related. All New York City have refused to cover this story. And not just with me, there was another journalist who went to them, not connected with us. And he was blown away. He's like, how is this possible? In fact, the journalist was Hudson County View, John Hines. He's the one who broke this story in regards to the lawsuit that was filed that named 9 teachers, including Edwin Martinez, in this lawsuit that they were S-predators. And some of them, Robert Fazio, he was a teacher, no, he was a principal at the time, and he's accused of covering it up and not doing what he was supposed to do to stop it. And he was blown away because he has a contact at the New York Times. She wouldn't touch the story. He has a contact at NBC Channel 4 News in New York City. Again, he's not connected with us. He's been a local media outlet for years. So you see, it's not a Leroy Truth blackout. It's a Mayor Brian Stack Union City blackout. Maybe, we'll see. Yeah. All right, let's see if I can hear some perspectives here.
There's an act about the Abandoned Properties Rehabilitation Act. Hi.
Hey, can I ask you a question, like a very important question?
Sure.
And 2 questions.
That's
And
really nice poster.
yeah, it's a nice poster.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Come to the meeting if you can make it, April 15th.
And I'm an independent journalist. My name is Leroy Truth of Leroy Truth Investigations. And I report on YouTube and Facebook. And I'm not political. I'm constitutional. And I came here to cover the event. So first I wanted to ask you about the event. Then I had a question because this is about a national king, they're saying, a protest against no kings in the United States. But I have been investigating and exposing a local king and dictator. And I wanted to get your opinion on that. But first, share with me what's how many people were here before?
Well, I'm not, did you talk to June Jones? Because she's one of the organizers.
Oh, no, I just wanted your personal, you were here to experience it. So what was your experience of this?
Yeah, I'm not an organizer of the event. I'm here as a grassroots advocate.
Good, so you're exactly who I want to talk with.
For medical services.
Well, you know what, tell everyone, because we're live on YouTube now.
Okay.
So tell everyone what you, and point your cameras over here. So,
okay.
So in fact, let's walk up to them. I want you to share what you do.
Okay.
And we got people all over the world watching.
Great.
All right. Okay, so first, what's your name and what organization do you represent?
I'm Norris Raymaker, and I'm with my neighborhood organization, Sergeant Anthony Park Neighborhood Association, and we have formed a coalition with other neighborhood organizations and citizens to fight for healthcare accessibility in Jersey City and beyond. So one of our hospitals was recently closed illegally. It's called Christ Hospital.
Wow.
And it's on Palisade Avenue. At 176 Palisade Avenue in Jersey City Heights, and it was purchased by a for-profit organization who really bought this medical campus for the land because it sits on Palisade Avenue and has great views of the city, right? So this started quite a while ago. In 2012, CarePoint, which is a for-profit medical group, bought 3 hospitals. They bought Hoboken, they bought Bayonne, and they bought Christ Hospital. And as a for-profit group, then they created 3 shell companies, management shell companies, which had no employees. And they took $157 million out from those 3 hospitals and gave it to themselves. And then they sold the land out from underneath the building. Now that's kind of hard to understand, right? You have a hospital. How could you sell the land out from under the building?
So that's, because I was going to ask you, what made this illegal to close it? So it sounds like you're getting to that.
We're getting to it. So they sold the land out from under the hospital.
Could you pause a minute? So, ladies and gentlemen, you now have a hospital with no land.
Yeah.
It has equipment, it has doctors, nurses, patients, but no land, just a building.
Yeah, just a building. But then the owner of the land charged the hospital $400,000 a month in rent. And this, again, was part of the plan to deliberately run the hospital into bankruptcy, and then they used that financial distress as an excuse to call for a redevelopment plan. So last year, CarePoint, which was bankrupt, sold the hospital to a group called HRH, which is Hudson Regional Healthcare. And they are for-profit. Their owner, Jan Moshe, is a redeveloper. They bought Secaucus, Bayonne, Hoboken, and Christ Hospital.
That seems like a conspiracy plan there, if I've ever heard one. Oh my God.
Well, they're a real estate development group. And all over, the United States, real estate developers or venture capitalists look for businesses that own the property on which they sit, and then they close the businesses and they use the land for redevelopment purposes. This happens with university campuses and with hospital campuses because there's a lot of land involved. There's a lot of land there. So that's what happened to us. Venture capitalists got a hold of it last year in bankruptcy court. They said they had enough money and they were going to keep it open as a hospital. 3 months later, they said, we don't have the money. We need to close this hospital unless the state bails us out. And they wanted something like $70 million from the state. Well, the state didn't give them that money. And so they said, well, then we're going to have to close the hospital. But now, when you own a hospital, it's not like a bakery. You're providing health care to
Right.
people.
When you close a hospital, it's not like you don't get your croissants the next morning or your coffee.
Right. You need your cardiac rehabilitation, right?
Right.
You need something else. So there's a process that the State Department of Health controls. And you have to apply for a certificate of need to close the hospital, and you have to justify it. And they haven't done that. So we have a new head of the department. His name is Dr. Renard Washington, and he has fined HRH $128,000 because they have not followed proper procedure in shutting down this hospital. So there's going to be a hearing April 15th. The state is coming, and they want to hear from the community on how the closure of this hospital is affecting their health care.
If you could pause there a minute. Being fined $125,000 on this multi-million dollar deal is like a $25 parking ticket to you and me.
Yes.
That's actually a joke of a fine.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And they think that, well, that's just the cost of doing business.
Exactly.
They'll just absorb those fines.
It's just a little
right?
tiny tax.
Yes, they will absorb those fines.
But they're going to get their outcome, which is closing the hospital.
Well, the hospital is closed.
Oh my gosh.
The hospital is closed. The hospital closed in November, and then the emergency room closed March 14th. Illegally. There's an ambulance that is going to be stationed outside the emergency room for 2 weeks, and after that, nothing. So that's why it's really important to pressure the State Department of Health to try and keep this facility open. They can appoint a receiver, so they can get somebody else in there to operate it. They can.
Right.
So they have that's what we're hoping.
So there's
yeah.
the option to still reboot the hospital, reactivate the
Yes.
hospital.
Yes.
Yeah. And by the way, there's a lot of people in Jersey City, Hudson County. It really shouldn't be like, 11 or 13 different cities. It should really be one, but each of them have their little kingdom, and there are not enough hospitals in Hudson County. You try going to emergency room. Now, I did go to Hoboken when I was unlawfully arrested and set up by Mayor Brian Stack for trying to protect children from sexual predators, and I was injured. And I went to the Hoboken Hospital, and there actually wasn't a long line there. But most places, it takes, just in the emergency room alone, huge waits. We can't have even one hospital closed. We need another 5. So.
Well, you know, there is a formula for how many hospital beds a community is supposed to have. So in New Jersey, we have about 2.3 beds per 1,000 capita. So with 300,000 people in the city of Jersey City, we're supposed to have over 700 beds. So the medical center has about 350. So we're down half the number of hospital beds that we're supposed to have.
So in other words, in entire Jersey City, you only have 350 hospital beds.
That's correct.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, this is where government is not working for the people.
Yeah.
And the question is, James Solomon is the new mayor, and how is he going to fix this? Not try to fix it. How is he going to fix this?
Well, when you're dealing with people who are as difficult as this real estate developer, Jan Moshe and HRH, you know, you have to play hardball with these guys. So what the city is doing is they've moved forward with a study to look at redeveloping the medical center and using eminent domain to take it back. So that's a strong move.
Interesting.
Yes. So they're exploring using eminent domain to take back the medical center and keep it for medical purposes, which is what we would like them to do.
Right.
You know.
And what's the timeline? Because the problem is they do a study. We know studies can take 10 years. Meanwhile, we have 500 people who died in Jersey City because they didn't get timely medical care. So do you have any idea? Is this like a very fast track study, or?
Well, redevelopment itself is not. It takes about 2 years. However, there are properties, there are several, at least 2 owners of property in the medical district. The other owner is a guy by the name of Avery Eisenreich, who owns Alaris Health. He owns the daycare center, he owns the garage, and he owns 142, which is the doctor's building. He owns part of the land under the hospital, and I think he owns the nurse's building, which is across the street. So he hasn't paid taxes on his properties. He owes $1.7 million, I think, altogether in back taxes. So there may be another, and many of the properties are abandoned. So for instance, the daycare center has been abandoned since, well, the fire department put the notice on the building in 2017. So it has been, abandoned for 9 years now. When a property is abandoned, a municipality can move quicker using something called the Abandoned Properties Act, and they can put a tax lien on and move to foreclose within 6 months.
Wow. All right. So lastly, then I want to ask you my question. What can people, who can they contact for people who are watching this live, as well as many people will be watching after it's not live?
Yes.
And who can they contact?
If you can snap this QR code.
Yeah, here, I'll hold it up to the camera.
Thank you.
All right, here's the QR code, and see if you can see that, everybody. Here you go. So if you can do a screenshot of this QR code, save it. Here, the papers are, yeah. If you can hold it with 2 hands, a little higher. Okay, right there. You have to keep it right there, a little, that towards the camera. Okay, right there. If you could snap a screenshot, ladies and gentlemen, of that QR code, then
you'll be sending a letter to the governor. You'll be sending it to the head of the New Jersey State Department of Health, and you'll also be sending it to Mayor Solomon and to our assembly people, to Katie Brennan, to Raj Mukherjee, our senator, and you are asking them to do everything that they can to ensure that we have healthcare services in the Heights and beyond, because this hospital served Union City as well.
Okay, right there. Good. All right. And now I want to ask you my question. And I'm an independent investigative journalist. And I was asked to come to Union City. And I have been investigating Mayor and Senator Stack for extreme corruption for the last 27 months. And he has been trying to stop me every way possible, exactly like a king and a dictator, which is the connection here with today. We have a local one. He has had over 31 false criminal charges put against me, all dismissed so far. I have been arrested, numerous times, all unlawfully. I was even ripped out of the Jersey City Monumental Baptist Church during a service on the orders of Governor Phil Murphy, all caught on camera while I was praying. Because Governor Murphy, who I was also investigating, and great friends with Bob Menendez, with Senator and Mayor Brian Stack, didn't want me in that church service. Never happened in the history of our country that a private American and a journalist ripped out of a church service. And then I was given information about major assault. I'm saying this for the YouTube, they have to talk in code for their censorship. I received major allegations of assault that predator teachers in Union City were doing against Union City students. And as I started to expose that, then Mayor Brian Stack took his attacks against me to a whole new level. And I was falsely arrested for aggravated assault against a police officer, third-degree felony. Was taken to Hudson County Jail he's trying to stop me from exposing. I was exposing one teacher at the time named Edmund Martinez, allegedly a serial, like Jeffrey Epstein-like allegedly predator, assaulting children allegedly for over 20 or 30 years. Then, since I broke the story, I received scores and scores of people coming forward. I have 40 names of Union City teachers right now, many of them still teaching. And in any other municipality, they would have suspended them immediately. They're still teaching. I got new criminal charges on me constantly. And none of the New York City media will pick the story up. And we're talking mass assault. 40 teachers, hundreds and hundreds of alleged students in Union City schools assaulted. And so I'm going to continue to relentlessly expose this like I am today. And you can find me on Facebook, where I have incontrovertible proof through an undercover video that Union City administration protects predator teachers. And it's the first video on my Facebook. It's a pinned video. I have all the information. I'm hoping you're curious, on my Facebook, that you will find out the names of the teachers, the accusations, a new lawsuit against them. And I'm committed to protecting them. I'm also an assault survivor, having been assaulted by a Catholic priest for 4 years while I was an altar boy starting at age 7.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
I appreciate that. Yeah. And so I understand what the assault survivors have been up against, and they've been saying no one believes them. Mm-hmm. And however, it's been open. It's not a secret that teachers have been dating students and engaging in relations with students. It's not an open secret. It's open. Everyone knows about it. Mm-hmm. And so what are your thoughts on that as a woman, maybe as a mother, and to hear that, like, what do you think should happen, which any other place other than Union City, Hudson County, those teachers would have been suspended. So, what are your thoughts of that? That the mayor has refused to suspend them, and he runs the Board of Education, by the way, and refused to do a public statement. The Board of Education, no public statement. They banned me from the schools. They banned me from talking to every single Union City employee in the middle of my investigation, when the teachers were initially one of my sources, obviously. And it's all corrupt and dirty. So what would your perspective be from what I shared?
Well, first, I'm very sorry that it has happened to you, and I think that the press. I really do believe in the press, and trying to get your story out there and the stories of the people that you've interviewed.
But I have them on my Facebook page. You will see them. Mm-hmm. If you go, the very first video, you will see stories of the alleged victims. Mm-hmm. So I have the proof of the undercover, the proof of that the teachers' administration does cover up for the predator teachers. I have proof. The head of the teachers' union was said it unbidden to an undercover journalist. You see this file? She said she's whispering. This teacher, she said, had with a student. Are they going to go to jail? She's whispering. No, because the child's not pressing charges. I'm going to determine, they've got a stick folder, if he gets to keep his pension. It was sick, clear. And she did not lose her job. She's still teaching now, too.
Well, it's people like you who continue to, work to expose, injustice and crimes like this.
I know him personally.
You're our hope. That is. Sometimes it's very difficult to move forward in the face of bureaucracy and in the face of government and move forward. But, if you're documenting these things and if you can get legal representation and, move forward with your campaign, I think that's all all that we can ask for you to do, for one person to do.
Oh, God bless
You
you.
know. Well, God bless you too.
And
God bless you.
I really appreciate sharing what you wanted to share. Very, very important issue. And I hope the people who are watching this, that's all right. Time keeps blowing. And I hope the people watching this, snap that QR code, and it will take you to a place you can easily then it'll email the governor and other parties in the mix of this. Governor of New Jersey, who is Mikey Sherrill, who a lot of people have great hopes that she will do the right thing here. And I appreciate your clear wisdom on the situation that I shared with you about the Union City teacher predator crisis they have there right now, the mass crisis. And
Well, keep fighting. Good luck. Thank you.
and what's your name again?
I'm Norris.
Norris, right?
Yes.
I'm Leroy Truth. Let me give you a card.
Okay, great.
And then I invite you to go. The very first video is only 5 minutes long,
Okay.
and it is a compilation which it shows the undercover person catching the teacher, covering up, and also some of the victims. And there's a lot of information there. So,
Thank you.
and I do cover Jersey City as well. So,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thank
You're welcome.
you.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, she was wonderful and very, very articulate. And here, let me turn this camera around, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
He says he knows Brian Stack personally.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
And what do you know? What do you know about Mayor Brian Stack?
He went to school with my godmother.
He went to school with your godmother?
Yes,
Yeah.
my godmother. God rest her soul, she passed away. But yeah, and he helped me a couple of times. Only thing I couldn't get help with was the housing stuff because he told me, essentially, like, he says, like, no, that's not his thing. He can't do nothing with that. Go against the housing authority. But
Of course he can. He runs the housing authority. Just to let you know, he completely runs it. So he chose not to help you.
he chose not to.
Yeah, I don't know why he chose that, but he runs every single department.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But yeah. But, I mean, like meeting him personally, he definitely gave me a job and all of that, but they wasn't paying how they were supposed to.
No.
That what's that? Department of Public.
Department of Public Works, DPW.
Yeah, DPW. Yeah. Nah, they don't pay how they supposed to. I know that for a fact.
Did he ever ask you to campaign for him or hand out flyers?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nope. I probably wouldn't have did it if he asked me anyway.
Good. Most people he doesn't ask, he tells them. He gives them a job if they promise to do that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. They promise to do that, but
yeah.
But if he'd have offered me some decent money, some coin or something, then I probably would have. But other than that,
just to let you know, it's illegal. Like a mayor can't give a job in exchange for them to be campaign workers.
Yeah.
He does that with thousands of people, just to let you know.
Yep.
So I got to wrap this up, but good talking with you, sir.
All right.
As well.
Yeah.
I'm Leroy Truth. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, God bless you,
Take
my man.
care.
Okay.
Take my babies home.
All right, so Vinny, let's do a recap here
Come on, y'all.
of our day. So Vinny, if you can give everyone your perspective here.
Perspective. I mean, these were some pitiful rallies. These were definitely some pitiful rallies. We got to one. I think we got there 15 minutes late, and they were already starting to walk away. And then this one, I think also we got here maybe 15, 20 minutes late, and they were already starting to walk away. So definitely some pitiful rallies. I mean, remember the one in New York? It was big.
I wasn't there, but
a lot. Yeah, you weren't there.
Oh, you were there. You went at the exposure
Me,
report.
the exposure report, Scalzo. We all went there, and I mean, it was a big rally, huge. And then we went to a couple of these in New Jersey, and apparently, I'm looking up on Facebook, and they're all turning out this way. They're only here for a short amount of time, and then they just disappear.
So this is more like a no princes rally.
Yeah.
Like maybe like a no paupers rally. They're kind of losing their steam apparently.
I think
but
so.
Here's the thing, Vinny. They should have 100,000 people here protesting Mayor and Senator Brian Stack and protesting that there are allegedly hundreds and hundreds of children who have been assaulted in Union City schools. That is something they can make a difference right now. They're not going to affect anything with President Trump or anything. They have a right to protest, God bless them. And again, we're a politically neutral channel. Mine is constitutional, not left or right. But if they wanted to make a difference, and many of them know about the work that I'm doing on Facebook, they could literally get those teachers suspended tomorrow. And then those teachers get due process because there'd be an actual freaking investigation. Because there's no investigation right now, I've been told. with all these allegations. It's inexplicable. It is unimaginable how you can have 40 teachers accused of assaulting students over decades.
And it's really simple. You hire an investigator, right?
Outside investigator.
An outside investigator. You ask.
Actually, you need about 10 of them.
Well,
For 40 plus. That's I have 40 named teachers.
Right.
You probably may have another 40, 50, 100 named
just
teachers.
ask the questions. A lot of these stories kind of collaborate with each other. I mean,
No, all the ones that I've been given, they all collaborate with each other.
That's what I'm
Corroborate with each
saying.
other. Yeah. And I've given, and by the way, Vinny, I've spent hours with the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office giving them names. And then when this new lawsuit came out, I called the Hudson County Prosecutor's Office Special Victims Unit last week. It was last week or the week before, probably last week. And I asked them, no, it was this past Monday, did you hear about the new lawsuit that names 9 Union City, New Jersey teachers who alleged to have assaulted students? They said, oh no, we don't know anything about it. How can you not know? That lawsuit was public for like a week.
right.
And they knew nothing. So I gave them the names of the lawsuit, and I said, you look up the lawsuit, you're the Hudson County prosecutors, you could find it. And I gave them a total of 20.
Let me put my stuff inside.
Yep. I gave them a total of 24 names, ladies and gentlemen, of teachers who were alleged to have assaulted students. I think it was 24 or 25. In the meantime, I have now received all these additional names and multiple allegations against most of the teachers. I've got 40 names of teachers and administrators of Union City schools who have allegedly assaulted students. So I will never stop exposing this, and I will continue to relentlessly, peacefully as always, relentlessly contact all the local medias that I choose to, because some they're completely sold out to Mayor and Senator Brian Stack. And I will be contacting NBC, ABC, CBS, all of those next week. This is the biggest predator assault teacher crisis probably in the history of the state of New Jersey. And you're only hearing about it from me on Leroy Truth Investigations, and you got a single story, which was a powerful story, but a single story from John Hines of Hudson County View. And it would have been great if he would have done some follow-up on this, but he has not. But I'm exposing this story. So with that, I want to thank Vinny profoundly for coming up, driving 2 hours from South Jersey to be part of these huge, sarcastically huge, No Kings riots, No Kings protests, though that one woman tried to turn it into a riot when she hit me with the sign. Ridiculous. And I want to acknowledge and celebrate my great friends. We have the Exposure Report. Please subscribe to him, David Snow, and please pray for his family. Just overall, there've been some challenges that they've gone through, so please pray for his family. And David Snow is a good man. And also Aria, my incredible video editor, AV Designs. Please subscribe to him, AV Designs on YouTube. Please subscribe to Garden State Accountability, my good friend Vinny, also Scalzo Photo. And check him out on Scalzo Photo, and he's an amazing videographer, he's an amazing human. Scalzo, he is like he's 1 in 8 billion. It's like 8 billion people on the planet. Really unique man, smart man. He stands for what's right when everyone else in a room is against him. He doesn't back down. And that's powerful stuff. So Lenny Malley, I appreciate you. I know someone gave a super chat. Please smash the like button. Please share this video with everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone needs to see this video. Lenny Malley, give a little man a little power and watch him become a god in his house. His own mind, absolute power corrupts absolutely. You're right, Lenny. And then we have here the lost Loba. But of course, that's the guy that will talk to you about Stack, speaks volumes for his character. And because they don't even give minimum wage, someone's got to pick Nancy Pelosi's something there. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Any last words, Vinny, before we go?
Nah.
There you go. Nah.
Terrible day today. Terrible day. I thought we'd get some more interviews, see more people. These rallies were terrible.
Yep, they weren't that well attended here. So God bless you all. Please subscribe to my channel, Leroy Truth Investigations, and please go to my Facebook now. I've been rebuilding this Facebook from scratch. Follow me on Facebook and make sure you click all notifications. It will go to default. Click all. I have everything about the huge alleged predator Union City teacher crisis in Union City schools. It's all there, and it's huge. So God bless you all. Beautiful day, cold, and stay tuned for my very next video.